Hello, Leo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. Fell right out. Grief. They are grieving. Not feeling so great about this. These are feelings and emotions that they have current. This could be somebody that has been in a relationship with you in the past. It could also be a current relationship, but the communication is hardly there. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. Interesting, guys. Leo, a lot is going on here. We have here one. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that are a little bit on the dark and dreary side. A cloudy day. Gray clouds. That's what I'm seeing here. So for some of you, because of the intensity of these cards, it could be that you, Leo, are going through this as well. However, this is meant for you to know what your person of interest is feeling. First card's the strongest. We have here grief, followed by mothering, laughter, illusion, challenge, beliefs, wisdom, illness, wellness, and doubt. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Leo, the connection that I have with you, it has left me broken. I know the things that I did were not right. I know what I've done is wrong. And now I grieve. I grieve because I know I have lost you. I have lost you forever. You were once a bright, shining star, and my world was dark. But now I feel that star is fading over time. And once it fades away, my world will be left in darkness. I feel extremely guilty for what I have done. I feel remorse and regret, sadness and melancholy. They fill my days, and I can't stop thinking about the things that I have done. The things that I never did that I should have. The things that I never said that I should have said. And I grieve because I have treated someone so sweet, so gentle, so nurturing. I've treated them in such a terrible way. You have this way of making me feel this love, nurturing, protecting, this feeling of unconditional love that comes from you. You have always been selfless, always giving. And in you I have found a best friend, a confidant, someone who I can rely on, someone who I can trust. So much has changed in my life. For me, you are that one person who knows how to make me laugh, what makes my heart happy, what makes me tick. For me, you are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. You bring in the sun, the warmth. You are my guiding light. And I took you for granted before. I never truly valued you. But now I see this. I see life differently. And yet, the things that I have done, I am truly shameful and embarrassed. But to you it may seem as if I am keeping my distance. I'm acting emotionally distant, emotionally detached. I also know that hiding behind a false veil, hiding behind a false mask, is the way for me to go. I can't do anything else because I don't know how to face you. I don't know what to do, what to say. If, by chance, you and I were to be face to face. Why do I do this? Because for me, Leo, this is an entire, unique, different situation. I've never gone through this before. This is a challenge for me. It's so challenging for me. This is a riddle to which a solution cannot be found. A mystery that just can't be solved now. I don't know what to do. And because it's so challenging, and because I grieve at the fact that I've put myself and you into this situation, this is why I act emotionally detached. I keep my distance. Because it's challenging, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And the challenge is also because you and I come from various backgrounds. I was born and brought up in a very different way, and so were you. Sure, we had our similarities, and there's certain things we agree upon, which is great. But the things that matter the most, it seems as if we did have our differences, and we still do. My opinions, my thoughts are quite unique, and they are quite different than yours. I feel that in this connection, we are not on the same page. We are very different. We are very unique. I know that in this connection, certain things have happened, and I really should just move on. The problem is I can't. I don't know how to. I find it difficult. The thing is, I really don't want to. So much has happened, and I can't see things from your perspective. Our backgrounds are different. My mindset is different. Your beliefs, morals, ethics, values are all different. But now, because of these differences, I have grown wiser. I've seen things from your perspective and, of course, my own. And I am a wiser person now, but you would not know that. Because I keep my distance. I do not show you that I am wiser, that I have changed. This entire situation that you and I have been in, it has changed me. I'm no longer that person who was immature, irresponsible. There's certain things about me that you just don't know now. And I am wiser than before. I have learned my lesson. I just know better. And I don't want to repeat any mistakes. You may wonder why it is that I can't be with you. There are circumstances beyond me that control me, my life, my future, my well-being. I can't be with you the way that you want me to be. And I don't really open up to you. I don't really tell you what the reasons are. But the truth is, even if I tried, I can't be with you. Because there are many things that weigh me down below the surface of this water. And there's a feeling of hopelessness as time goes by, desperation, despair, living with depression. All because I have responsibilities, restrictions, constraints, burdens on my shoulders, other things that I need to do with other people. I also feel that in this connection, no matter how hard I try, I'm never able to release myself from the sadness that I live in. I see you, the beautiful sun, shining so bright, and I want to reach up and go above the surface of this water, but I remain drowning in the sea of sadness that I have created. I would love to release myself from it, but there are many things that exist for me that are important that I cannot let go of. Responsibilities, constraints, restrictions, burdens. And there is trauma, things that have happened in my past that I just can't change or let go of. Overall, I have doubts. Doubts that any effort that I might put in, I doubt there will be a positive outcome. I don't think there will be. Of course, there are certain things that I have said and done that have truly broken this connection. But the truth is now there is a lack of faith and a lack of trust. And because of the things that I have said and done, I don't know what the use would be if I was to move forward and try to connect with you. What would happen? There is so much wrong that I'm afraid I might not be able to make anything right. And I do feel that this is all my fault. But even if I was to release myself from where I am, I find it extremely difficult because of the beliefs, where I come from, what my friends and family believe, and the restrictions and the circumstances that I am stuck in. I am unable to release myself from that and be with you the way that you would want me to. All right, Leo, there's a lot going on here. There's definitely this hesitation. I'm seeing the word hesitation. Even though they know it's right, there is still hesitation. Because there is a fear of the unknown. And whatever this person is not aware of, whatever is unknown to them, they will fear that because it's something that they're not comfortable with. They're comfortable with the things that they know, in the everyday routine, but anything that is different, they are not comfortable with. All right. All right, guys, I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So with this deck, what I like to do is I go a little bit into the past in this connection. So things were going great. It was all going uphill in this relationship, but then something happened and it just kind of went straight down. And you're wondering what happened. This is for those of you that never received any closure, and you deserve it. This person may have ghosted you. They may have abandoned. They may have abandoned you and you're wondering what happened. They faded over time. The communication became less, and you don't even know what happened. Here, I get one card, but you have another extra card that's popping up. So this is a little bit in your past in this relationship. Now, the first set of cards, for those of you who are new, that is the current status. So this is the status in the past. Let's have a look. So it could be this person told you some of the stuff here. Maybe they didn't tell you. Maybe they didn't express it to you. Maybe they just ghosted you and you're wondering what the heck happened. So hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Okay, let's see. We have here the 7 of Staves. I'm going to read the entire card, okay? This talks about defensiveness, combativeness, and struggle. There was an inability to feel successful. They weren't feeling success. They felt that success was impossible. And mentally, there was a lot of instability. Only after dealing with difficult people or a difficult situation could the intentions and the opposing intentions be realized. The card suggests, be careful not to let their problems and their mess become yours. So this could have been, this person may have had some drama in their life from external factors, and it was so intense, just like you had here the illness wellness card, circumstances that are beyond this person's control. That those circumstances have a huge impact on their life, and so they cannot change anything in order to be with you or to accommodate you. They can't, because it has a huge impact. But the card suggests, be careful not to let their mess and their problems become yours. Your person of interest here, Leo, at some point in time back then when things started to go downhill, they were feeling overwhelmed. They had become their own worst enemy. And eventually what they were doing was creating problems to distract from what was really going on. So the truth and the argument may have been ABC, but they were talking about XYZ, right? So they were not really talking about the issue at hand. Why do people do that, right? Why don't they talk? It's because they feel uncomfortable. Remember, I just talked about that fear of the unknown and feeling uncomfortable, not feeling confident because it's something that is foreign to them. It's something that's not new. Or rather, sorry, it's something that's new for them. It's not something that's old, because if it's old, then they can handle it. They can deal with it. They can figure things out. This is one of the reasons why your person of interest took a step back and they really weren't wanting to deal with the situation because they felt already very overwhelmed. Here we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups talks about leave takings, meaning taking a leave of absence, disillusionment and transitions, or a lack of transition and having disillusionment with love. Time to move on. There was a need for more substance in life, whether that would have been more satisfying relationships or simply having a more authentic way of life, meaning things were very artificial and superficial. An individual here was lingering too long in a difficult or superficial situation. There was uncertainty about a relationship, whether they should stay or they should leave, and having doubts. This is very interesting. So your person of interest was lingering on too long in this situation, in this relationship, despite what was happening all around them. In spite of all that, this person was having an issue because there was a sense of superficiality here. Now, either they felt that you were superficial, or you knew that they were superficial, or maybe they were just acting, and they could have been acting because you had the beliefs card. So your mindset might be completely different from theirs, and just to agree for the sake of agreeing and not fighting, they could have just had this disingenuous surrender, always agreeing just for the sake of agreeing and not having an argument. So some people do that just to keep the peace. The problem is you are not adjusting and molding each other when we do that. That's the problem sometimes when we don't argue. Sometimes an argument and a discussion, a heated debate, is very important in a relationship. There's something here that happened where this person would kind of just go on and just say yeah for the sake of saying yes. All right. So this was a problem. Now, there was also uncertainty about the relationship, whether they should stay or they should leave. And there were doubts. So because of this, there was distance. At some point in time, this person started to keep their distance from you. We also have here King of Coins. Here, it talks about the inability to create wealth, a lack of money, or lack of emotions. There was a lack of steadfastness and persistence. There was a need to be more realistic. The involvement with people who may have promised more than they are able to deliver. You were in a connection with a person who may have promised a lot, but they were unable to deliver. A connection with somebody who was not realistic. Somebody who built, it's a king, built castles in the sky, and nothing really came through. So this is a problem. All right. So that's what the issue is with your person of interest. Here we have the Beginner's Tarot. So with this, I'd like to have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. We have here the Star card. First card is the strongest. Very nice. Holy smokes. The Sun. The Sun card. Both are stars. Beautiful. Ooh, then we have the Tower. Yikes. And then we have here the Page of Pentacles. Interesting, guys. So this is quite unique. You have 3 major arcanas, right? Huge changes here. But earlier we saw you had the King of Coins, which is the King of Pentacles. Here you also have a Page of Pentacles / Page of Coins. So with the Star card, this does tell me that your person of interest is starting to see you in a different light. They are seeing that you have moved on and that you are someone who is very, very successful. You either have a really great talent or you're really good at what you do, your craft, your art. You may be famous. Whatever you do in terms of your job, you're really good at it. And this person admires you and they recognize you for it. For me, this also talks about destiny, how fate and destiny, this person feels deep down on the inside that you both are meant to be together. Here we have the female, we have a jug, and we have another jug. One jug is pouring this water. This lady's pouring this water, and what's developing is a pond. Here we have another jug, but here we have little streams. You are the pond. This person represents these streams. What happens to the streams? Eventually, down the road, they're going to meet with this pond. Meaning that someday, some way, we will meet again. Somehow we are meant to be. Fate and destiny has brought us together. We are supposed to be together. That is what this person feels. We also have here the Sun card. This talks about how your person of interest has realized that this is a huge and loving relationship. They do love you passionately. The love that they have for you, this is unconditional. This is all happiness, pure joy, freedom, prosperity, growth. Everything that is good under the sun, this person feels it. And it's like they're illuminating, or they're glowing from the inside. And this is how they feel. They feel very happy about this connection. It's like they have this positive vibe. Something's happened in their life, and it's like the universe is giving them these hints that, you know what, it's going to be okay. You're going to be with this person. This person has this intuitive feeling that things are going to be okay. And that's creating a lot of positivity in their mind and their heart. But there's also going to be this realization, the Tower card is here. Something's going to happen where their reality and whatever they thought is going to shatter. I'm seeing their world comes crumbling down. Now, this could be that they realize that they're going to lose you. And that is exactly why you have, right after that, quickly, you have an offer coming through. And now remember, this offer is from a page, right? This is somebody who is very soft, very gentle. This is a page. So this is not somebody who's a king. Somebody who's a king, you would have, for example, more of a bold statement, a very direct behavior. Here, with the Page of Pentacles, we have a situation where your person of interest may approach you in a very soft and gentle way. They may be a little shy. They're not going to be that bold. However, the good thing here is, even if they're a page, a knight, a queen, or even a king, at the very least, they are putting in the effort. A for effort. They are putting in the effort. This card also tells me that they are physically very attracted to you, and part of the reason why they're with you is because of the physical. So be a little careful of that, because you may be dealing with somebody here who doesn't really value you for the way they really should be. And even the first few set of cards that we had, some of those cards were very friend-like. Like they were very friendly instead of being in love or even having a whole lot of love for a person. Like it's a general love reading, but sometimes when I do personal readings, I can see a scale from 1 to 10. 10 being that this person is in love with you, right? 5 being that they love you, and anything below that is just affection and things like that. Right now, I'm seeing a range from 3.75 to 4.5. 4.65, I'm seeing. So, because this is a general love reading, it's not going to resonate for everybody, but that's a scale I'm seeing right now, especially for the first set of cards. It's like they do have affection for you, they do have emotion for you, but they're not in love with you right now. Now, please keep in mind that this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. For some of you, this person may be absolutely in love with you. But because it's a general love reading, this is the number that I'm seeing intuitively. And so that tells me that this person is almost like in the early stages of that sort of passion, that love. And this is why it's very much with the eyes. It's whatever they see. It's like love at first sight. And this person does feel very youthful and vibrant when they're in your life. Here we also have the 4 of Cups. They feel that they have done a lot of bad things. They have acted in a way that was very upsetting, very embarrassing. And yet, they're sitting back and waiting to see what your reaction is going to be to all this. They know what they've done is wrong. But they also feel that there's some opportunities that have been given to them and they really miss out on these opportunities. They're deliberately doing it. But they feel bored. They feel depressed. They feel that, yes, they can say yes to some of these opportunities that are coming to them, but Whatever they've done in the past, it is haunting them. It's bothering them. This person is also waiting and seeing what your reaction is going to be. They're almost like they're observing you from a distance. Now, this doesn't mean that they're stalking you. This person is very much, in a way, alone. They're not really connecting with you. But this talks a lot about that self-introspection. They're really trying to see why they do the things that they do, but they're so enveloped with this feeling of depression and boredom that even if they have these 3 cups in front of them where they have the opportunity of reconciling, they're not even doing that because their mindset is in the past where they're really upset. Like, what did I do? How could I have done this? How did I let this get so far? So there is an issue here. All right. I have here Archangel Answer cards by Doreen Virtue. Oops, it's not by Doreen Virtue. No, it's by someone whose name I can't pronounce. Let me know in the comments below. Some of you guys do know it. All right, so these messages, however, are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. And I did do a prayer before I started the reading on these cards. All right. You have a timeline. Very nice. Ooh, interesting. So the angels here are suggesting that there's changes that are needed. Changes are needed. Things can no longer be the same the way they once were. Things need to change. Here, first card, the strongest, we have here meditation brings answers. And I'm not sure if I just announced it, but yeah, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Meditation brings answers. Some of you may have been in a situation for quite some time where you've just been busy with life and you have been unable to meditate or pray as you once did. The angels here are suggesting for you to make that a priority. I'm seeing 15 to 20 minutes. Now, if you are going to meditate, Angel Fakiel has told me 21 minutes is good enough, minimum, for meditation, and prayer 2 to 3 minutes, minimum. But when you do it, mean it. It's like a strong Wi-Fi connection. The stronger the connection, the stronger the speed, the upload and download, right? The more real it is, the more the message gets through. So do believe in the divine. Here we have the Christ consciousness. Christ, Jesus. And even beyond Jesus, the Almighty. So do pray to the holy white light of God. Always remember to say holy white, holy. Holy is very important because in the universe there are many lights, but not all of them are holy. So here, it is important for you to meditate. There are certain questions that you are going to ask, and answers will come to you intuitively. We also have here abundance. Because this is a love reading, this does show me that you have another opportunity coming as well. Okay, so you have 2 things coming here. Either this could be money related, in fact, or abundance, meaning you are going to be receiving a whole lot of love. Something that you were not expecting. It's going to happen. They are saying here, don't stop. Don't stop giving and receiving that love. Keep that positive energy flowing. Because it could be that at some point in time, things may have just gotten completely out of hand. And you were really upset. And because of this, you are very discouraged. But here, the message is don't stop. So don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing and trust in the divine's plan. We have here trust. So trust in the divine plan. We also have here within the next few weeks or months, there is something better. Now, for some of you, you are aware that when I interpret this card, it's either there's something better or there's someone better. So keep that in mind. Sometimes this talks about a person or a situation. So there's two things, two possibilities, or maybe even both, in fact. Both at the same time, or just maybe one, something different coming. Either the situation that you're in is going to improve. There's something better than the situation that you're in. Or two, there's something better than this individual. Someone better than this person. So either the situation is going to improve or there's someone else that's going to come into your life. And it could also be that you get a lucky streak and literally your situation there improves, but also somebody else comes into your life. Now, that is considered lucky, but it's up to you to take the opportunity. Do you want to be with somebody new? Do you want to fix the situation with this person? That is totally up to you. But because this is going to happen, you have a really interesting card here and it makes sense. Reconsider. So whatever is going to happen, whatever is going to change, reconsider what it is that you are going to say and do when it comes to this connection. You will be able to reconsider it because answers are going to come to you. You are going to be experiencing a situation where you can see things more clearly. And that's why you're going to be able to reconsider. Overall, the situation will improve. That is a beautiful card. It is a very positive card to have in a reading. And Leo, that is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments. Tell me your stories. I do read as much as I can. Sometimes I'm unable to write back, but I do appreciate you guys writing what it is that you're going through and how this may have resonated. And sometimes this is, for me, it's very inspiring and very motivational because I do create content based on this kind of stuff, the topics that many of us go through. And I create content on my other channel, which is Asnointia Audio. And there I do have audio recordings. They are more of audio, not really visual. But I do have images that can reflect on what the topics are. So there I have videos on past life and spiritual connections. One is on negative energies, what and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things from one's life. And then I have relationship-related advice. So all of that is there because a lot of the readings that I do, many people go through certain scenarios. And I've seen that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, people are going through the same thing. So I've seen these trends, these patterns, and that's also why I started to create that content on the other channel. And just to let you know, I will be uploading something very soon now, and the topic is going to be letting go and moving on. So hopefully that'll help some of you as well. For those of you that are interested in personal readings, private readings, yes, I do private readings. Please visit my website, www.asnointia.com, and there on the rates and packages, you'll be able to see some available packages that are still, that you can still place an order for. And one of them is on past life and spiritual connections. I also have one that is a written report and an audio. That is a love reading. There's a whole lot of detail in that one. And also, I have the chakra checkup, which is a reading that I do where I have the ability of seeing wherever it is that you live remotely. I view negative energies, what you have in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. And I also have, and these are the chakra centers inside of your body. And they do have, they're associated to your bodily functions. That's why it's important to see that as well for me. And I have Angel Fakiel, who also helps confirm what it is that I'm seeing. And if you want to read about her, I have a little bit of her bio on my website. Also, if some of you find that it's difficult getting to the site, I believe the link is below as well. So please do feel free to have a look at that. And I do have some self-help guides on my website. Please do have a look at that too. It's mostly to help you raise your level in terms of positivity by getting rid of negative energies. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, Leo. I'll see you guys again. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye now.